Alright, so this is a little bit of the outside of the camp. We kind of got stuff everywhere right now. So, working on it. Barbecue pit, outdoor heater. Really an indoor heater, but we just set it outside to get warm sometimes on the porch. All my wood. Using fence boards as the baseboards all through the camp. I think it'll look nice. Right in them woods, about 50 yards is the WMA boundary line. A nice little shed here that came with it. It's all barbed wire fence around it. Built a little fence right here for my dogs when I bring them up here. Let them outside go use the bathroom. I have a gate that opens so I can cut the grass up here. It's nothing fancy, but it just needs to hold them for a few minutes to use the bathroom. So one of them don't like to come back when you call him. I need to fix some skirting around the trailer. A tree that fell here a couple of years ago. We got that all out the way, but it messed up some of the skirting. I need to fix that. Little fire pit we built. We need to burn it. This full. Little skinning shed. I need to get a winch to put up in it. Need to clean it up. There's a sink in it. It has running water coming to it. All stainless steel table. Well, the top of it anyway. Outlet, lights. Some firewood right here. Yeah, basically the property goes all the way to those bushes down there. And then the next property is my uncle's property. Well, not technically my uncle, but he's my uncle. Yeah, there's a bunch of family over there on that camp. They just left out a few minutes ago. They were putting up cameras as well. But yeah, that's basically the outside of the place. So a little bit more on this deer, guys. I shot him with a crossbow. I normally hunt with my compound bow right there. But that day in particular, I was feeling horrible. I had the worst headache, feeling nauseous. I had been in here working on the floor in this room all day long. I didn't hunt that morning. I was working on the floor in this room. The whole week I had been out hunting. Hadn't seen anything, so I gave it a break to get the flooring done in here. All of it down. And that evening I decided I'm gonna go out hunting. I'm gonna take my fiance's crossbow out. And family next door, I told them, I said, I'm gonna take out her crossbow and I'm gonna kill a deer with it this evening and make her mad. So I went out, sat in the ground blind, so I was feeling bad. And I was sleeping most of the evening. Well, about 5 minutes left of legal shooting light. I see this deer walk out. I couldn't tell how many points he had. It was too dark, but I seen how wide he was. I knew he was legal. So I waited a few minutes for him to come out. He never would. He kind of stayed back off a little ways where I didn't want to take a shot because I knew there was some sticks and stuff right there. I knew it was fairly clear, but there was some sticks. So he never would come out. So finally, before dark, I decided I'd take the shot. And that arrow went in him. He was quartering to me a little bit. The arrow went in him and stuck in. The whole arrow went inside of him. I didn't know that. I got out, started looking for the arrow, for blood. I couldn't find nothing. So I trailed him, kind of following where I thought he went. It was dark, I couldn't really tell. But I was following some tracks. And sure enough, I found a drop of blood. And I kept on following. I don't know, it was 15, 20 yards. I found the first drop of blood. And I kept on following. I started finding a lot more blood. And then finally, there was a big ravine. And I looked down it after I found there was a log on top with blood on it. And I didn't see any blood on the other side. So I looked down this big ravine. And sure enough, he's at the bottom of it. So I had to call for some backup from the rest of the family to come help me get him out. And while we were pulling him out, I kept being like, oh, I never found my arrow. I never found the arrow. It's real weird to not find that arrow like that. And I seen something kind of poking, like his hair on his hind quarter was poking out funny. There was a point to it. And sure enough, I felt around it, and that the point on the broadhead was right underneath his skin. It did not come out the skin in the back, but you could feel the point underneath his skin. That entire arrow was through his body. And it got hard. It hit the bottom of the lungs, the liver, and of course it went through all the guts, so that was kind of nasty. But yeah, the deer went 30 yards maybe 35. And he was down at the bottom of that ravine dead. So, I mean, that's basically the story on him. The first deer on this piece of public land. First deer I've hung up in this camp. Hopefully, many more to come in the years coming. I didn't get a lot of scouting time this year. Or last year, I didn't get a lot of scouting time. But this year, we've done a little bit more scouting, got some cameras up. Last year, we were mainly focused on getting this place livable because it was in bad shape. It was in bad shape. All the kitchen counters were rotten. Cabinet doors were rotten. There was some old wallpaper straight out the 1970s on the wall in here. Of course, y'all can still see the wood paneling, but wood paneling kind of goes with hunting camp if you ask me, so kind of staying with the wood paneling. We got that. We live in Louisiana, so my fiance wanted to pick that up. A nice Cypress table. Hadn't decided what I wanted to do with it yet, so it's just kind of a place we store stuff right now. Started chopping down some older trees that had been rubbed on. Planning on using them to, sorry, it's dark in here. Planning on using them to kind of go around the mirror with the rubbed on trees. In the other bathroom, I used one. I got it as a towel rack, so you guys. I just basically cut some trees with some forks in them. Some little trees with some forks. And stuck it inside. Sorry, I didn't realize the video was sideways all that time. Yeah, I just cut some little trees with forks, and that's a rubbed on tree used as a towel rack. As you can see, our makeshift plywood door. I need to get a door for in here, but I mean, it works for now. Put a little latch on it. It works for now. But I'm thinking about actually keeping it, just painting like a crescent moon on it, kind of like an outhouse would be. Because that's what we originally wanted to kind of theme one of the bathrooms as, was outhouse themed. It's important to somebody very special to me, so just wanted to keep it like that. Need to get some outhouse themed pictures and hang them up in here, make it look real nice. I think she would like that. But that's about it. Alright guys, so that's just been a little walkthrough of the camp. I'm about to head out because the weather's rolling in. I just needed to come here today to put some game cameras out and make sure everything's good over here. I'm glad I did because that refrigerator was leaking water pretty bad. I got it outside. I'm gonna have to get another one, I guess, or I didn't think the drain tube was clogged, but it may be because the drip tray at the bottom was empty. But, I mean, it's old. It doesn't seal at all, so that may be part of my problem. There's ice all up in it. There's ice everywhere. So I may just get another one just to be safe. We don't keep the air conditioner on in the camp, so it's kind of closed up. It gets hot inside in South Mississippi. So that may be why it's freezing up. It's trying to keep itself too cold and freezes up. I don't know. I don't know anything about a refrigerator. But we're about to head out because I got some weather rolling in. Catch y'all next time, guys.